YouTube right now. Mhm. God, you need a grooming so badly. I can't wait until you get groomed, Leia. You're gonna look so good. Just in the tripod. Good girl, Leia. She's such a peaceful snoozer. Hey, Gamer Brat. Hey, Jen. Hey, Denifan. Hey, Groin. Hey, Z. Hey, Kevin. What's going on, everyone? Hey, Colby. Hey, Rat Pouch. Rat Pouch, great name. So fun to say. Manders says, OMGI! Hey, Manders. What's up? Yeah, good morning, Bween. We got Bween, everyone. How's the weather? It's actually quite chilly right now. It's quite the weather's so manic this week. So like earlier in the week it was up in the 80s and now today it's really cold. Tomorrow it's supposed to be really cold again and then next week it's supposed to be in the 80s again. Like May is just a manic time for Seattle. But we're surviving. We're maintaining. Nay, we're thriving. When did I get Leia? I got her when she was 8 weeks old and she is now 8 years old. So, thank you for coming live. LOL, I was about to go to bed. Good to see you live. Well, thanks for being here, Z. You got it. I think I already am a narrator. I basically narrate my life in real time. Hey, Claire, what's up? Where's Archer? Archer's in the camera. You can see him there. Is that better? In the top left-hand corner? Is that a clearer view of Archer? You can see him snoozing on his bed. No, but like professionally, Well, I think I am a professional narrator, Kyle. I think like YouTube pays me money when I post videos. Not a ton of money. I can't retire, but I do get money from it. So, who's Jeremy? I don't know. I just sometimes I'll do that. That's a great. You were referencing. Rima is referencing an Instagram story I posted like 30 minutes ago, where I was like, "Oh, you wouldn't know this because you're not in my house unless you are in my house, Jeremy." Sometimes I'll do that. I'll randomly pick a name and say it specifically, like, on my videos, and then I'll get a lot of comments from people being like, "Wait, I'm Jeremy. I thought you were talking to me. That's crazy." Um, so, yeah. I laugh when people ask me how I keep up with having a husky. Just laugh. If you know, you know. I mean, that's true, JC. I mean, my stock answer, which is true, is that they don't give me a choice. That's that's, the that's the question I always get whenever I'm like, "Yeah, I walk them, like, between 2.5 and 3.5 hours a day," and everyone's like, "Oh my god, that's incredible! You do so much. Wow!" And I'm like, "Well, I don't get a vote. I don't get a say. Leia has made sure of that." I know, Sky Jelly. Well, I do have them pretty well trained because, for their entire life, I worked from home, and most of my clients are on the East Coast, and I live on the West Coast, so they're pretty quiet until, like, 4 p.m., and then they're not. Then they're ready to go. So they're pretty good at staying chill until, like, mid, late afternoon. But after that, boy, 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 are they not chill. It's either that or never sleep again. Walking is the better option. That's correct, Manders. Yeah, but Wolfos, thank you. That's a lovely compliment about them being trained off leash, but I only allow them off leash at a dog park. They are not allowed off leash anywhere else. So, okay, lonely cyclist. That's actually a good point. I'm sorry about that. If duplicating genes to replicate dog ever become a thing, can you spare me a Leia? No, she's one of a kind. Sorry. She's also spayed, so dog cloning technology exists, but I think they need to be not spayed and not neutered. It's not happening. There are so many there's so many dogs just as wonderful in need. No, I screwed up, Z. I got the days confused. I thought they were getting groomed today. They're actually getting groomed tomorrow. Just because 'cause I'm an idiot and I don't know how calendars work. But Leia's getting groomed at 9 AM tomorrow, and Archer's getting groomed tomorrow afternoon. So, same place, I just that's just when they had the availability. So, Leia, I'm more concerned about because her belly is, like, a little bit matted, and that's always hard. Archer's just off camera, guys. Spa day. Well, she hates it. She hates getting groomed, but yeah. The Husky dude, B1P says, "Leia, I'm a big fan." Leia, you have fans everywhere. It's funny that you say that, Hannah. You said, "Can you sing the DuckTales song, again soon or drive Archer again? I love the look on his face when you do that." Hannah, I literally, like, no exaggeration, 30, 45 minutes ago, posted a bunch of Insta stories of me taking Archer for a drive. And yesterday afternoon, I sang them the DuckTales theme song before we went for our walk. So, um, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see all that content. Whether or not it gets turned into, like, a video, that's kinda I might do it. I don't like to do the DuckTales too often. I don't wanna be a one-trick pony, you know? So I will my personal mantra is, like, I'll post a DuckTales video as, like, a short once every, like, other month. So, like, 6 times a year, I think is plenty, because 'cause they're all basically the same video. It's all the same video. It's me singing DuckTales and Leia gets really, really excited. Like, don't get me wrong, it's my favorite thing on the planet, but it is the same thing over and over again. So I don't like to repeat myself too often. So, but I will say the DuckTales session that we had yesterday was like extra cute. So I feel an obligation to turn that into a video. That will become a video sometime in like the next week or so. So I was a little late with today's live because I was editing a video and I just didn't realize it was already 11 AM. I, like, looked up and I was like, "Oh, no, I'm scheduled to go live right now." So, I was editing a video. It's not a DuckTales video. It's me talking about their leashes because everyone was like, "Their leashes are disgusting. You need to get new leashes." And I finally got new leashes. I did. But, yeah. This is Leia, Matthew. Archer is just off camera. He's snoozing. He's over there. He's at the top of the steps. Just vibing, but yeah. Do you play any instruments? No, Wolfos, I don't. I'm not very musically inclined. Hey, Jonathan, are you live on a regular basis? Love the monsters. Yes, SM Waddle. You should if you click on if you're on YouTube, click on my profile and click on the posts tab. You'll see I have the live stream schedule for May up there. So you'll see all the dates I'm scheduled for May. I will say that is subject to change. Like Tuesday is a great example. I didn't go live this past Tuesday, even though I was scheduled to, because my air conditioning was broken. The air conditioning repair guy was here. Um, and but if there are any changes to that live schedule, I will post about it in the Discord, the Siberian Discord, discord.gg/Siberian Derpskies. Eddie asks, "Are you getting Forza Horizon 6, Lego Batman, or the new 007 game this month?" Lego Batman definitely, 007 definitely. Those 2 I'm actually really looking forward to. Probably not Forza Horizon. Like, I actually love the Forza Horizon games. I love them. I think they're incredible, but they are all kind of the same. That's not a knock against them. They're all amazing. Like, if you don't like racing games, you'll probably like the Forza Horizon games, and if you like racing games, you will probably like the Forza Horizon games. Like, they do a really good job of, like, being something for everyone. But, um, yeah. I loved Expedition 33, Mullah's HD. I loved it. I am a JRPG sicko. One of my big complaints when I was a kid and Final Fantasy X came out, 'cause I love the old, like, PS1 Final Fantasy RPGs. I was like, "Nah, man, what a great game." I really missed the world map, and that, like, world map that you could, like, walk around, that, like, open world map. They kinda did away with those until Expedition 33 was like, "Hey, let's bring it back," and they crushed it. I love that game. No, Bween is shaming me, I never beat it. I never beat it. I need to pick it up and finish it. Because I was doing all the side content, and now I'm like, I just need to abandon that, and I need to go through the main story. I should just do that. You're right. Tess Mame with a 5 Canadian dollar super chat. Leia is so cute, it hurts. Cry emoji. Damn, don't I know it. Yo, my favorite doggos are alive? Damn right we are, Kate. Do you prefer turn-based RPGs? I am just a gamer, SM Wally. I like them all. I like the turn-based JRPGs, like the PS1 era Final Fantasies. I actually go back and play those like once every 3 years. Like Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8. I probably play them once every couple of years. I have played Breath of Fire. I've never beaten one. No. What was the last game you beat? That's a really good question. What is the last game I beat? I think it was probably Dispatch, start to finish. I think Dispatch was the last game I actually beat. Your voice is identical to Stanley Tucci. Rachel, I've been hearing that lately. People have been saying that lately about the video that went like Archer refusing to eat and I give him the treat and he spits it out and he just like stares at me all disappointedly. Um so I have been hearing that recently. But I've never heard that before. Nobody's ever told me Stanley Tucci before. So, Dispatch was incredible. Dispatch, I think, might have been my game of the year in 2025. Sky Jellyfish says you're about to beat RE9. I'm planning on it. I'm planning on it. Silent Hill was first, Black Star. Silent Hill was like September. Dispatch was like November. Does Leia like the camera more than Archer? That's actually a good question. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I would say that, like, Leia knows she's famous. Archer has no clue. Archer has absolutely no idea, but Leia knows. Leia gets annoyed if people aren't paying appropriate attention to her. So, what does Archer and Leia think of the new Star Fox? Oh, utterly disappointed, Wolfos. I none of it's just the same game. It's the N64 game, right? And then the art style, like, I actually think the characters look like they're in the uncanny valley. I wish they went more cartoony. They look a little too real in the wrong direction for me. So I will be skipping it. I won't be playing the new one. And the multiplayer doesn't look that fun. It's meh. Claire Bailey says, "I've just joined your Discord. Let me let you in on a little secret, Claire Bailey. The Pet Pics channel is my favorite channel. I will just scroll through that channel sometimes at night because everyone has beautiful dogs. So, you really do sound like Stanley Tucci. Have you played Diablo 4? I played Diablo 4 at launch, but I only played for like a couple weeks and then I got bored with it and I moved on. How is Archer's response to the Leia plush? Well, actually, Archer tends to like plushes more than Leia. Oh, she's dreaming. Look at her paws go. Look at her paws go. I love her so much. Guys, I did not say this on a YouTube live yet, but I do want to say, first off, thank you all so much for your support with the U2's Leia plush. U2's has already reached out to me and said they want to do another one, so we're doing an Archer plush officially. We're officially doing an Archer plush, and I have sent them a big email. And it was like, here's everything that I want it to look like, and all of the above. Um, And yeah, we're good to go. No, that's not how U2's works, Estify. It's gone forever. They'll never do another Leia plush. Not like that. They could do a different version. Um, they could do a different version where like maybe she's wearing a raincoat or something like that. But for now, the next U2's plush we're doing is an Archer plush. Now, the Leia plush, start to finish, took 10 months from like pressing start to it going on sale. So don't expect to see the Archer plush until like March. Like, I honestly think it'll be like 10 months. But yeah. Have you arranged Leia's playdate yet? Playdate with who, Gemma? Is Archer angry because he will get a plush later than Leia's? I don't think so. I don't think Archer cares. Again, Archer doesn't know how famous he is. Leia knows exactly how famous she is. And I confirmed I will have 30 extra Leia plushes. I bought 20. And then YouTube's was like, "Hey, guess what? Because we're so happy with the Leia sale, we're just gonna send you an extra 10 for free." So I will have 30 extra Leia plushes. Now I have promised 3 of them to different people. So that means I've got 27 extra Leia plushes to give away. So I will be doing like contests and giveaways and things like that. But those Leia plushes aren't going to get shipped out until like November, so it's going to be a minute before that happens. Well, she's really dreaming. She is murdering the hell out of Archer in her dream right now. Look at her go. This is a full body dream. I have no idea if Ryan and Matt want one. Manders. No, you know what I'm thinking? Aru, here's what I'm thinking to kind of match the Leia plush. I'm thinking the Archer plush is going to have a fork and a turkey leg. Now, I know that he, like, always has turkey tendons, but that doesn't, like, translate well into, like, a plush form. It just kinda looks like a brown strip, or like a tan strip. But a turkey leg, like a plush turkey leg would be cool. So, yeah. So that's what we're thinking. Because Leia's got a knife, Archer would have a fork. So that's kinda where we're at, and then if we end up doing a 3rd plush, then we'll yeah, exactly, brain rot, exactly. If we end up doing a 3rd plush, then I think we're gonna get fun with it. They should be brain rot. Tomorrow, Manders, Lay is getting groomed at 9 AM tomorrow. I thought it was gonna be today, but I'm an idiot. I just don't know how calendars work. I genuinely thought that today was the 8th. Your short about Leia and Puck popped up for me today, and I was full on sobbing at work. I'm sorry, Agent Dangles. I'm sorry about that. Why a fork instead of a spoon? I don't know. He just, he likes to eat. Play date with Simba, her boyfriend. No, we've not ever set anything up, honestly. We should, but yeah, I haven't. Think you're gonna see the new Mortal Kombat movie? Sky Jellyfish? Not in theaters. It doesn't look like a theaters movie to me. That looks like the ideal airplane movie. That looks like the exact movie I want to watch while I'm sat on an airplane. What happened to the pet competition? Okay, Sophia. There was so much drama there. Here's the short version. We lost, and I think that the people who are running that competition are not great, and I regret participating in it. I am so, so, so grateful for all the support that Archer and Leia and I received from the community. But if they do it again next year, I won't be participating because they just kept changing the rules up. They just kept changing the rules up as the contest was running. Look at her little blep tongue. Look at her. Look at her blep tongue. Look at her little hint of phlegm sticking out. Oh, Leia, you put your tongue away. No, that was the best part, Leia. Anyway, I'm obsessed with her. She's such a good girl. Have you ever traveled with these 2 cuties? Yes, I have. Yeah, I've traveled across country and back twice with Leia and once with Archer. So to the East Coast and back twice. And when she was a puppy, we did it when she was like 4 months old and 5 months old, and then we did it with Archer when he was 10 months old. Take care, Pixel. Thanks for being here. Did they like the plane? Absolutely not. They did not like it, which is why I don't travel with them more. They also now they're at the point where they don't like being separated from each other. and they don't like traveling, and it's like a whole thing. So I don't take them on planes anymore, and I won't do it again. Greetings from Annapolis, Maryland. Hey, Holly. I'm very familiar with Annapolis. I lived in Baltimore for a number of years, and I lived in DC for like a decade. So very familiar with Annapolis. Beautiful. How long are you live for? I'm gonna level with you, Gemma. I like misunderstood your question because again, I'm an idiot, and I thought you were asking me how old I am. How long are you live for? We're gonna be live for at least like another 40 minutes. I usually do for like an hour and change. So Captain America kind of shield to protect him from Leia's wrath might be. Yeah, listen, Rima. I like all of these ideas. I do. Jonathan, can you please schedule some painting lives in the near future? I missed them. Yeah, we haven't done that in a minute. Z, I gotta buy more stuff, more equipment for it. But yeah, that's a great idea. Which breed other than the Husky is your second favorite? I don't play favorites like that. No. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'm not trying to duck your question. I just don't know. Xander says, "Greetings from Belgium." Okay, Xander. I got a little story for you about my pops, about my dad. I've talked about my dad a bunch because he was a character, but he spoke French flawlessly. He lived in France for like 7 years. And one time I was living in DC and he came down for his birthday, and there was a Belgian restaurant right, but I don't think it's there anymore. It was called B2, and it was down the street from my apartment. And I was like, "Oh, my dad loves French cuisine. He loves Belgian cuisine." So for his birthday, I booked us a dinner at this Belgian restaurant, and we go have this dinner. It's an incredible meal. They had oysters, which like my dad loves, some of his favorite. And so we're eating these oysters, had this amazing meal, and then afterwards, who we assumed was like the waiter or the manager came by the table. Later found out it was the chef and owner of the restaurant, but didn't know that at the time. And he comes by and just says, how was the meal?" And we were all like, "Oh my god, it was incredible. Thank you so much. It was great." And my dad was like, can I just say, can you please tell the chef in Belgium, in Belgium, this is how they prepare their oysters. And your oysters were fantastic. But in Belgium, this is how you prepare your oysters." And then the guy, without missing a beat, he is very practiced at this, so I could tell he was annoyed, but he wasn't, like, really betraying how annoyed he was. He just starts speaking French at my dad, and I think he said something like, "Well, I was trained in Belgium, and something to that effect, and, like, my family is Belgian, and, I kind of know what I'm doing." And then my dad just started speaking French back to him, and then they just kinda had this dick measuring contest about who was more fancy and more cultured. And, yeah, it was, the worst. The it was awful. It was so bad. And I can't count the number of times that's happened in my life. Anyway, you live in Belgium. Thanks for being here. Please answer my comment. I didn't see your comment, Swaro. When is the next visit to the dog park? I don't know, Yamini. Probably a couple weeks, honestly. I want Leia to have more of her arthritis medication. She has one more treatment in a week. Not this week, but in a week. And because she's getting groomed tomorrow, I want at least a week. And getting her groomed is so expensive. It's like $450. That's not true. Getting both of them groomed is $450. But yeah, I want to get my money's worth. And as soon as we go to the dog park, she gets all dirty. So I want at least a week. When Archer plushie. Meguv. I just talked about that, but, we will be doing an Archer plush right now. We're working on it right now, but don't expect to see it for, like, 10 months. It just takes that long to make. So, the longest part doing the 2D design took us about a month for the Leia plush. I actually think it'll take less for the Archer plush because we've already done the process. But then it took, like, 5 months to get the yeah, 5 months, I think maybe more, to get the prototype, and then there was, like, 2 months of development on the prototype. And then the prototype was done, and then they sent it to me, and I was like, "Great, I have it." And then it was like after they sent it to me, it was like 6 weeks before it actually went on sale. So, I would say don't expect to see the Archer plush until March. So, what make you want to do YouTube and film Archer and Leia? I mean, honestly, just for me. Like, I just started making content for me. And I would say did it I posted photos and videos on Instagram, like, every day for 2.5 years. I'm not exaggerating, like, every day, 2.5 years before I ever got, like, a decent sized following. So, I was just doing it for me. I was just doing it because I think my dogs are cute and I love them. So, guys, listen to the mods. They will find you. They will find you. So listen to them. They will find you. I have never met a group of scarier people than my mods, and I raised Leia. Think about that for a second. So, crow and cat accessories incoming. I do like that. How did you make of the name Archer and Leia? Well, Leia is from Star Wars because I love Star Wars, and Archer. A lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, he was a captain on Star Trek." I'm sorry, I'm just not a Trekkie. I didn't know that. But it's from the television show Archer. I really love that show, so I think it's one of the funniest shows. It's one of my favorites. So yeah, no, the mods are so scary. Like, don't get on their bad side. Just listen to them. That's yeah. They'll yeah. Best advice I could give you. I'm being your best friend right now. When I put my hand on your shoulder, look you in the eye, and say, "Just listen to the mods." Like Nico, kind of literally. Do you like Smiling Friends? I've only actually seen the first season of Smiling Friends. I really enjoyed it, and I know that they're not making any more of it. And I was just, I was. It's funny you bring that up. I was just thinking, like, maybe I watch all of Smiling Friends this weekend. So wait, live Leia sleeping? Yeah, it's live Leia sleeping. Squish is the nicest. Buin is correct, which is telling you something. And Squish has killed before, right? Squish is the nice one. Squish is the good cop. All right. It's only downhill from there. Okay. So just to put some scale on it. Two reasons to subscribe. Two two reasons to subscribe to Siberian Derpskies. One, Huskies. Two, Jonathan's commentary. And that's also a reason to stay away. But who would you say is the meanest? Lay. Oh well, Lay is so much meaner than Archer. Oh, the meanest mod? It's definitely Buin. Buin or Brain Rot. Brain Rot says some nasty, vile things. Things that like she can't take back. You know what I'm saying? Just words that once they leave her mouth, that's it. They're there forever. Some things can't be unsaid. So, a viral anon says, "Hey man, following you from India. Your videos make my day brighter. Thanks a lot. Your huskies are the cutest." Thank you, Anon. That's very sweet of you to say. Thank you. Samantha says, "You have amazing doggies, lol. Been trying to message you for some time, lol. Maybe I'll get a reply, lol." Samantha, I'm sorry. I'm so bad at responding to DMs. I'm terrible at responding to DMs, but I'm responding to you now, Samantha, and I'm saying thank you for your support. Digitally or physical copies? I usually buy my games digitally. Black Star says Jonathan is a liar. Please ignore his slander. It will be dealt with. LOL. Oh God, I'm sorry. Black Star, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I take it back. The mods are the nicest, and they're great. And you shouldn't be afraid of the mods. They're wonderful. Oh, God. How many plushes did you sell? I don't know yet. They haven't told me yet. So they said they'll tell me once they finalize that. So, do you like the Fallout games? I love Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. But I've never played Fallout 4. Never played Fallout 76. Are you a voice actor? Only in my heart. Ray's Pixel Gaming. I've never done it professionally. Well, that's not entirely true. I did voiceover work professionally one time when I was 19 years old. And that was because my friend's dad owned a recording studio, and I was at their house just like hanging out, talking to them. And he was like, "Hey, I like your voice. Come by the recording studio and we'll record a demo tape for you." And we did that, and I got like a couple lines on this voiceover work that he was doing for like a thing. It was for a tour DVD company where they like mail old people DVDs and the old people watch them, and it's like you can go on this tour to Istanbul or something like that. And I did like a couple lines of voiceover for that. But it was a good experience. I mean, I was in the recording booth for like maybe 2 hours, but most of it was just like him coaching me on how to do voiceover, which the one piece of advice that I still use whenever I record voiceover for like my content is like exaggerate your mouth movements. Like right now, I'm just speaking normally, my mouth's moving normally. But when I exaggerate my mouth, when I really like stretch out my lips and things like that as I speak into the mic, it makes it like much clearer and yeah, it works better for voiceovers. So that's the one piece of advice I still use. Other piece of advice I would give to someone if you're doing voiceover, this is me. This isn't like advice that somebody gave me. This is just like how I do it. If you're writing out voiceovers, don't read from the script. Like read from the script, but don't read it. So what I would say is like if you're recording yourself, maybe read the line like 3 times and then put the paper away and then say the line. And sometimes you can hear when someone's reading off of something versus like saying something. That would be my other piece of advice for voiceovers. And if unless you're doing it live, you can record it line by line. You don't have to record it all in like one sitting. You know what I'm saying? You can record a line and then you can record the next line and edit them together. So that's it. That's not professional advice. That's just me. That's like how I do it. Because I think you can hear it when someone's reading something versus just like saying something. So, nah, without a script, I'd fumble, Jonathan. You were so really confident. See how bad I am at reading? Nah, without a script, I'd fumble. Jonathan, you were so really confident, which is your plus point. I would say arrogant, but yeah. I can't do scripts. It comes across so stilted, lol. No, Squish, yeah, I feel the same. Yeah. The advice I've heard from voice actors is to get really into acting too, like do local community theater, and that'll help you a lot. I think that's probably accurate. I mean, yeah, I've not, yeah, yeah, that sounds like good advice, but I'm not an actor. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just play one on TV. I love how Leia's whisker spots, I don't know what they're called, make Leia look like she has freckles. Yeah, a little bit. Can we get back to the ritual ending the video with a pup cup? You know, Yamini, great idea, but Archer needs to lose weight, so no. Hey, my name's Jonathan too. Twins? I don't know, Agent Dangle. I don't know if that's how that works. What do you look like? But yeah, sure, twins. Jonathan, thanks for the chill vibes. Land Archer, you're the best. Couldn't agree more. S. Danielle. Would be hilarious seeing Jonathan do improv. I've done improv before, Penguin. I have. I'm not gonna stand here and tell you I'm great at it. but I've seen really bad improv. I'm better than really bad improv, but I'm not, like, great. You're all a part of the Jonathan hive mind. I mean, Sky Jellyfish is making, so much sense right now. "Gotta go, bye, Leia, bye, Archer." Can you tell Archer I said bye? Archer, Husky dude said bye. Archer didn't react. Husky dude, I'm in love with you, but that doesn't mean he's not, sad to see you leave, but grateful for the time that you gave us. I've never seen a more cuter dog than Leia. I mean, I feel the same way, but I am super biased. So he's not fat. He is just extra fluffy, but he's also a little fat. 7'10" Corvus. Like two things can be true, Corvus. So yeah, those aren't necessarily mutually exclusive. Leia is exhausted. What are you doing to her? Is she getting 15 hours of sleep? I mean, pretty much. Yeah. Hey, Snoopy, stop woofing in the chat, please. Thank you. How did mods use their powers then? I don't know. They can like right click on people. I remember did an improv show before, and at the end of one of the games, I told my friend, do what you came to do. So he tackled me and accidentally slammed my head into a wooden box. It hurt. Yeah, but you must have felt so alive, Dave. I'm sure it was painful, but it was proof that you're living, Dave. You were on the stage. The lights in the eyes of the people were on you. It was your moment to shine. So you walked away a little concussed. That's just a metaphor for life, Dave. Nobody survives unscathed. They are, in fact, both cute. Couldn't agree more. Magic. Not bad, Black Star. I've gotta head to a work meeting soon. Give the monsters forehead scratches for me. I will, Sky Jellyfish, but, like, if you're going in a conference room, just, like, put us up on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Just add this live to the agenda. Amjic. That moment of silence got me confused. Thought the live froze. Amjic. When's your birthday? October. It would make the meeting much better. You have a point. Damn right I do, Sky Jellyfish. I did, and during the next game was movie critic. So I said, "This movie is so bad, it's almost like it's making me bleed out the back of my head," while I was slowly turning to face him. Not bad. Not bad. My birthday is in July. I love that comment, Wolvos. I love that comment. That's good. Well, happy early birthday. But I love the ones when people like answer questions that weren't asked. Those are my favorite questions. Those are my favorite comments. My birthday's in July. I really like bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches. Like, those are the kind of questions that or kind of comments in these lives that are my favorite. My birthday's in October. My birthday was in January. This is great. Now we're just learning what everyone's birthday is. Would you ever consider getting Maine Coon cats? Yeah, absolutely. I love me some big fellas. When did Archer roll and poop last? I don't know. It's been years since he was a puppy. Since he was a puppy. BLTs are amazing, matter. Is true. Yeah. Everyone's answering the question you didn't ask. How can you resist the urge to boop that snoot? She doesn't like it. She does not like her snoot booped. Archer tolerates it, but Leia doesn't like it. So we'll be doing maiden names again in a minute. Yeah, that's fair. Good callback, Nico. Good callback. All right, so now we know everyone's birthdays, but what about our first pets and favorite teachers? Not bad. Threeses. Uh, do you clip your Husky's claws? I don't. The groomer does. One time, my cat ate a cupcake. Didn't ask that question, Beans, but thank you for sharing. Oh, we're making Squish nervous. Oh. I like Vampire S. Thank you, one whole rat boy. Thank you for your contribution. What's your favorite curry? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I need to think about that. Hi, just finished a wonderful nap. Well, welcome to the land of the living, Mom's the boss. Thanks for being here. Personal information will be filed and deleted. Y'all don't do it. This is your warning. Yeah. Yeah, listen to Black Star, everyone. Lindworm and more. Sometimes when I look at those feeding my dog raw food videos, I think they look yummy and wish I could eat it. Nice. Cool. Green curry is the best. My cat's breath smells like cat food. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's a call. That is a reference to The Simpsons, Sparkle. I see what you're doing there. But yeah, you're right. Those are the vibes. But Squish is doing it too. I don't know what we're talking about right now. What is considered too personal? Gemma, I feel like you should be able to answer that question. If Archer and Leia were in Mean Girls, which social clique would they be in? I'm gonna level with you, Agent Dangles. I've only seen Mean Girls once, and it's been like 15 years, so I don't feel equipped to answer that question. Mom's the boss with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Mom's the boss. Says hi, Leia. Yeah, thank you, Squish. Hey, King Crew. That's exactly the kind of message that Squish is gonna delete. So just don't send them. Don't send them. They won't get deleted. You have the best narrating voice. For real. You could do voiceovers for any movie. Not any movie. But thank you, Jill. That's very sweet of you to say. My aunt has a dog called Brownie, and she bullies her sister. I think her and Leia would get along, probably. Is there some kind of test happening that we weren't informed about today? I mean, Squish, I'm as in the dark as you. I thought we were talking about things that don't matter. Squish don't miss, people. So so I'm just saying, all right, if you if you wanna go toe to toe, Squish don't miss. So, good luck. Have you seen Daredevil? You know, I've not seen any Daredevil Born Again Connor Maidens, which is crazy because I love Daredevil. Daredevil is one of my favorite comic characters. Yeah. Hi, how are y'all? I just came from the IG stories. Well, welcome, Summer. I'm glad you're here. Mom's boss says, "Have they ever hurt wildlife?" Jax brought a dead squirrel in the living room yesterday. Yikes! I'm sorry, Mom's the boss. No, they've never actually hurt wildlife. Well, that's not true. One morning, I woke up and Archer was asleep and there was a dead rat next to him, and I assumed he killed it in the night. I mean, David, great question. Do you cover your furniture considering how much your Huskies shed? Look at the screen. Look at what's on your screen right now. Does it look like I cover my furniture? No, I've just given up. Do you ever find that missing sock? Oh, good stretch, Leia. I found one of the two missing socks. I have not found its mate yet. Presumably, its mate is out there somewhere still. So, 10% dog, 90% fur. Yeah, you have no idea how accurate that is. My Chihuahua Daisy apparently loves ER. That's really cute. I love it when dogs watch television. Archer and Leia don't really care about television. I have one husky, and your furniture looks normal to me. Yeah, thank you, Carolina. You're a kind liar, and that's all I ask. Just lie to me. Yes, mom's the boss. Leia's grooming appointment is at 9 a.m. She is gonna be so annoyed. I might try to leave the house really early. Like, I might try to leave the house at, like, 6:30. It kinda depends on how much sleep I get tonight. But if I'm able to get, like, a good amount of sleep, I might leave at, like, 6:30 and then take them for a walk and then go grooming afterwards. Alea. How are you always prepared to record the cutest and most chaotic clips? I mean, Meg, if you follow me on Instagram, you will know that I post like no exaggeration, maybe 20 to 30 minutes of Instagram stories every single day, which is like 1/48th of my day that just get ends up on the internet. And I'm all about like quantity, not quality. So um most of my shorts start life as Instagram stories. And I will just like happen to capture what's happening. And then I'll download the footage after the fact and edit it into a video and add some captions and post it on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. And that's the secret to my success. Meg, listen to Black Star. Remember, Squish is the good cop. So, where's Bug? He's right over here. He's snoozing. He's just hanging out on the top of the steps. How's the hedgie holding up? The hedgie's thriving. The hedgie is Archer and Lay don't really uh they don't really destroy their plushies. They really like the destroyed plushies are when we've had like dogs stay with us and they have destroyed the plushie. So it is a sofa of fluffy love from all from the Princess Leia. Yeah, pretty much. Does Archer still like trains? I think so. Actually, he might kind of be indifferent to trains, if I'm honest with you. Lately, the trains have been rolling past and he hasn't been reacting. Hey, how you doing? Leia looks super cute lying right now. Thank you, Aish. I think so. I'm doing great. We're just vibing. It's Thursday. It's a little chilly here in Seattle, but it's not a lot chilly. But I'll take this over the heat that we had early in the week and that we're gonna get next week. Like this is quite temperate. I'm in a hoodie and I feel comfortable. And it's not too sunny. It's not too sunny for me, it's not too sunny for an archer. So we're doing great. Thank you for asking. No, David. David asked, "Do your Huskies react to fireworks going off during the 4th of July?" No, they don't. They could not care less. They sleep on the deck. And actually, I'm gonna be here for the 4th. I'm normally away for the 4th, so I'll be here for the 4th. I will film video of it. And it will be boring because fireworks are gonna be going off, and Archer and Leia are just gonna be here on the deck not caring. They'll literally be in this position right now. So, yeah. No, I feel very lucky that they don't react to fireworks. I know how stressful, a time that is for most dog owners. You getting comfy, Leia? Oh, but now you're not facing the camera, Leia, and the people wanna see your beautiful face. The people wanna see your beautiful face, Leia butt. Maybe we can readjust. We can readjust, but then I don't get to sit on the couch anymore, but that's okay, Leia. That's alright. You are such a pretty girl. Look at her. I'm obsessed with her. Yeah, Nico. I mean, well, Seattle, as someone who grew up on the East Coast where there are tons of like summer thunderstorms, Seattle, I've been living here for 8 years now. And honestly, I've been through like maybe 7 or 8 thunderstorms in that time. So, like, on average, like once a year, I think. And, but yeah, Archer likes to sleep outside in the thunderstorms. I try to get him inside. He's like, nah, I'm good. So, Black Shadow says, "Hi, Jonathan. How are you? I'm doing great, Black Shadow. More importantly, how are you?" Who sheds more? Toss up. It's a toss up. Yeah. I used to know a girl who was from Florida, and she went and moved to Seattle and cried because she couldn't handle all the rain in Seattle. You know, it's not that bad, Wolfos. Like but it is like 9 months of November. It's 8 months of November where it never gets hotter than like 55 degrees. It never gets colder than like 40 degrees. And it's just always kind of overcast from like late September until early April. I'm doing good too. Seeing the Huskies always makes me smile. Awesome, Black Shadow. I'm glad to hear it. Prakar Singh says, hello. Hey, Prakar. Welcome to the chat. Glad you're here. Celsius is better. Disagree, Blitzblock. Listen, kilometers, that makes sense to me. Okay? That I'm not going to fight you on that. That's a good measure. Kilograms, that makes sense to me. I'm not going to fight you on that. That's a great measure. Celsius over Fahrenheit, I will fight you on that. Fahrenheit, if you're in a lab, use Celsius. If you're doing science experiments, if there's a Bunsen burner next to you, you should be using Celsius. I'm not going to fight you on that. But if you're like, what jacket should I wear? Fahrenheit is the better temperature. I'm sorry, it is. Okay? Fahrenheit temperature scale is inversely proportional to the amount of clothing that you should be wearing, right? So if it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit, you wear 0 clothing. And if it's 0 degrees Fahrenheit, you wear 100 clothing. Okay? And if it's 50 degrees Fahrenheit, you wear 50 clothing. It makes total intuitive sense. Kara Parahita? How should I pronounce your last name? Says, how often do you do these live shows? There's a schedule. I try to do them at least twice a week, but there is a schedule. Oh, Squish has already answered you. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Squish is way ahead of me. Thank you, Squish. Pretzel with a $2 super chat. I'm used to F and pounds, so that's what I use. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's I don't know what to tell you. Like I am born and raised in the States, and the States uses Imperial. So I'm a product of my environment. And I'm not standing here defending Imperial. I just got done telling you that kilometers are better than miles. I just got done telling you that kilograms are better than pounds. I'm not going to stand here and defend Imperial over metric unless we're talking Fahrenheit over centigrade. And if I want to know what jacket to wear, Fahrenheit's the better temperature scale. How's Mamathan? She's doing great, Manders. Thank you for asking. She's doing really good. She got her she went to Kentucky this past weekend to visit her college friends, and she took her Wolf Princess and Bisexual Icon hoodie with her. And yeah, she said she got a ton of compliments from the septuagenarians. My friend in Scotland, my friend kept saying that 65 was so hot. And then when I was there, that is actually boiling. It's such direct sun in their location. That doesn't surprise me, Moms to Boss. It really doesn't. And then also, like, how equipped is the local are the locals for the various temperatures? So, like, when I was living on the East Coast, when I was living in DC, like 80, 85 Fahrenheit, like, yeah, that's warm, but everywhere has air conditioning. Everywhere has air conditioning. You're kind of used to it. But 80, 85 here in Seattle, it's just like, what are we doing? Kill me. It's the worst because like the just the infrastructure isn't equipped for it. Did they all order a Leia plush? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Manders. I don't know if my mom's friends did. I told her to get them drunk and make them do it, but yeah. Yeah. The humidity in Scotland makes hot weather hellish. Okay, dog lovers unite. I'm gonna level with you. Yes, it does, except you've never been to the American South. If you earnestly believe that, like, oh, you know, no, I'm no, then you've never spent July in Alabama. I don't think you fully understand how hot that is. It's incomprehensibly hot. Texas is appalling. Yes, it is. I was in Texas in July. I can confirm. But I actually haven't spent a ton of time in Texas. I have spent, let me rephrase. I've spent way more time than anyone should in Fort Worth conference hotels. I have spent so much of my life in Fort Worth conference hotels, but that's not really Texas, is it? That's just like, I don't know, an extension of the airport. Um, the time I've spent in Texas proper is actually pretty limited. Have you tried tropical weather? It's hot and humid. I mean, I've been to the tropics before, but like not, I haven't spent a ton of time in the tropics. My wife doesn't like, she doesn't like beach vacation. She wants like nature vacations. So like hiking vacations. So her ideal vacation is like, okay, we're in the Dolomites and we're doing a Via Ferrata and we're camping and then we're off. And my ideal vacation is like one of those, it's like a sandals. It's like a place where I can like be on the beach and someone will bring me drinks while I play on my Steam Deck. That's kind of my dream vacation. That's my dream vacation. Um, and therein lies the difference. That shows you how much I love her. That I'm like, okay, we could do the fucking Dolomites thing. I'm sorry. I shouldn't swear on these. I'm sorry. But yeah. Um, yeah. So that's uh uh Maggie says, "Hi, Jonathan, Miss Leia." Hey, Maggie, I just dropped an F bomb. I'm so sorry. Is your son watching? I apologize. Maggie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Maggie. The pretzel with a $2 super chat. Same for trips, although I do still do beaches. Good for you, pretzel. Who activated Blackstar? Blackstar heard her sleeper code. Um and she was activated. Like a Terminator. Someone just flipped the switch. No, he's not watching. Okay, good. All right, good. Sorry about that. I kind of said it under my breath, but I definitely said it. So sorry. Dun, 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 dun. I can neither confirm nor deny, says Blackstar. Yeah, her programming won't let her confirm or deny. So last year, the high was 101 degrees Fahrenheit, and the low was minus 42 degrees Fahrenheit. This was without humidity or wind taken into account. Where are you, Kitty Rin? What? You in the International Space Station? What is happening? What is up with those extremes? Don't worry. We still love you, Jonathan. Haha. I know that was a typo, Black Shadow, but I read the typos. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. But I need an outlet, and punching is a fairly energy efficient method. Okay, that's fair. That's fair, Blackstar. How have you been lately? I've been good, Yamini. Thank you. I mean, that sounds like here, TBH. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Where is the hedge of Archer? I think the hedgehog is in my bedroom, actually. Oh, mom's the boss. Thanks for re-upping your membership. When is the next sponsored content coming? I'll buy it. LOL. Love the water fountains. Well, the next sponsored content that I'm doing is for creators. So, mom's the boss. It's a sound kit for creators, like content creators. So don't buy it unless you want to start an Instagram. And the script is due tomorrow, so I have to write it. I haven't written it yet. And, then they're gonna mail me the product, and then I'm gonna film a video, and they're gonna tell me what's wrong with the video, and then I'm gonna remake the video, and then they're gonna say, "Go ahead and post it." So, sometime in May, I'll be posting some sponsored content, but yeah. Squish says he can't always talk about sponsorships ahead of time, contracts and such. Yeah, actually, I'm probably not supposed to talk about it, but whatever, I did anyway. Please don't get yourself in trouble, Jonathan. That's fine, they don't watch my stuff. No, you're right, Squish. Squish is far more responsible than I. Jonathan, do you play Red Dead Redemption? Jonathan, is that why you say joie de vivre? No, I say joie de vivre because my parents were pretentious. I played Red Dead Redemption. I never beat it. Don't make me tattle on you. That's fair. Louisiana sounds like it has the same number of rivers that Minnesota has of lakes. Okay. Okay, kitty. Did you know that there are more planes in the oceans than boats in the sky? The more you know. I mean, that is fair, Kikro. Yeah. I could have intuited that. Yes, Squish is correct. Archer and Leia are half siblings. They have the same mom, but different dads. So, but thank you for asking. I'm getting a bunch of notifications. Can we check in on Archer? I was gonna check in on Archer before we left. Yeah. Where are you talking about your next vacation? Where are you going? My next vacation, well, I'm going to my wife's family reunion over the summer. So I'll be gone for like a number of days. I'm gonna be cagey about when and how long because I don't want people to be like, and now we can rob him. Um, and in the fall, I will be going to the Balkans, specifically Serbia and probably Croatia. We haven't booked anything yet, so it's just kind of like loose plans right now. But we're gonna be booking it this month. And we're doing that for my mom's 75th birthday. She's turning 75 this year. And yeah, so we are and she's Serbian. So we're going back to the homeland, the motherland, if you will. Jonathan, what is your average step count? Between, I would say around 16,000 steps a day is usually what my watch says. Around 16,000 steps. It can get as high as like 25,000. Really depends on how much walking Archer and Leia want to do. It is a big milestone. That's why we're going to the Balkans. That's why we're going on this trip. This is, you know, I will say this. My mom looks great. Everyone thinks she's like a decade younger. Whenever anyone finds out how old she is, they're like, "Are you serious?" Which is wonderful. It's a wonderful compliment. She loves it. She calls me every time someone tells her they were surprised about how old she is. So, do you watch football? Do you watch the World Cup? I don't watch football. I wish I did, Sam, honestly. It's just like where if I did, it would be the Premier League. Because my dad was a big Liverpool fan. Um, and and he was semi-pro. He did play semi-pro football. Um, but living on the West Coast of the United States, every game is at like 3 or 4 a.m. and I gotta sleep, man. I just gotta be asleep. So, yeah. Jonathan said he will bring everyone here on vacation with him. I might try to do a live. I don't know. That way, I mean, that would be if you guys would be interested in, I would do a live while on vacation. But there would be no Archer and Leia, so I don't know that anyone would care about that. Random question. You don't have to answer, but as someone who isn't a dog owner and often sees full dog poop bags left behind on walks or trails after walking, is there a reason why people leave them? There was exactly one time ever I set down a dog poop bag to, like, do something else, and I just forgot to pick it back up. And I remembered, like, after I was a mile away, and I was like, "I'm not going back for it now." And I felt like the biggest piece of shit ever. I felt so guilty. So, I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt. If they went through the effort of picking it up, but leave it behind, it must have been an accident. Um, yeah, but I don't know. I can't speak for anyone else. I can just speak for the one time that I did it. Where if you wanna damn me for not walking the mile back to go pick it up, but I was like, at this point, I've moved on. We've all moved on. Sometimes people will leave them so they don't have to walk with them, and then they'll return. Yeah, that sometimes happens too. Yeah, on the way back. Has Leia actually injured Archer ever? Yes, she has, one time. McYouth. About a year ago, actually. Yeah, I wanna say it was, like, exactly a year ago. They had a scuffle. It was over so fast. It, like, start to finish was, like, 6 seconds, but she bit his ear, and she bit him just above the eyebrow, and he needed a staple in the ear. I will say he forgave her so fast, but it was bad. It was really bad. I never made a video about it because, frankly, I was embarrassed. I did post Instagram stories about it, but I was just embarrassed that, it happened, and, yeah. Actually, TMI, it happened while I was on the toilet. So, I was just sat on the toilet, like, yelling at them in the other room. Um, but, yeah. Leia was very apologetic about it. She was. She did feel bad. She did. Do you plan on making more plushes? Yes, we're actively making an Archer plush right now. Actively. But I say actively, like, we started literally yesterday. Yesterday, we started. And by started, I mean I sent you twos an email saying, "Here's what I would like for the Archer plush." So, Archer, I feel the need to point out that right beside the pizza cart upon which you are sleeping is a dog bed. I'm just saying, Archer, you don't have to sleep on the pizza cart. You've got a dog bed. So, oh, he's such a good boy. Oh, look at that stretch. Good boy, Bug. I guess it does. It's really not hot out though. It Kitty Rin. Yeah, it does have more airflow, but it's really not hot out. It's quite chilly actually. So, of course he sleeps on a freaking cart. Since when do dogs ever sleep normally? I mean, Archer especially does not, as a rule, doesn't do anything normally. Maybe it does remind him of a cave. That's a good point, Lindworm. Speaking from camping and lark experience. Okay, that's good to know. Does airflow factor into LARPing a lot? I genuine question. I don't understand the connection there. I don't know what that means. Well, from my experience LARPing, he would be sleeping on the pizza cart, obviously. It makes a difference. Just what? Can you explain that? So in the summers with no fan or AC after running around all weekend, I still don't understand what you're saying. I don't I don't know what you mean. No, Jonathan, it's not warm in England in May. I have the heating on. Yasmin, yeah, I know. That's fair. That is fair. All that buff floof could be defloofing. Would cure my OCD for sure. Ha ha. Then I'd use sit floof for possums to use as their nests. Ha ha. Or hee hee. Okay, AJ. Thank you for sharing. So cute, so cuddly. Correct. Maiden Marion. Correct. Also, with the amount of fluff he has, it's a built-in cushion. Yeah, he's just not very snuggly. He's just not. Are the dogs coming to Europe or staying? No, they're staying. No. Jonathan is having a great time. I am Goblin. Goblin, why don't you have blue next to your name? Did I not make you a mod on YouTube? I'm sorry. I'll rectify that. We'll give you the blue next to your name. There's a lot of costuming and it gets super hot out. You have no way but hand fans to shade in humid weather, cool at night. I mean, caught off the ground helps you cool down. Yeah, but this is off the ground. This is my point. This is off the ground. See? It's lifted from the ground. but he still chooses the pizza cart. LARP stands for live action role playing, Maiden Marion. Goblin is in stealth mode. Yeah, that's fair. Google is free for. Damn. See, this is what I mean when I say Squish is the nice one. Goblin's like, don't give me that responsibility here. I mean, that's also fair. Yeah, that's also fair. Mods, can we please time out Goblin for typing in all caps? Rules are rules. If Goblin is a mod, where are they on the scary mod scale? I would say scarier than Black Star, not as scary as Bween is where I would rank Goblin. Bween's the one that scares me the most for obvious reasons. Ryan said, "Oh, hey Ryan, what's up?" Maybe he just wants pizza. I mean that's true. I haven't made pizza in forever. Goblin is openly terrifying. Goblin. I should make pizza dough. You're right. I should make pizza dough this week. That's a good call. Connor Maiden says, "Do you like cashews?" Sure, Connor. I was being glib. I do actually like cashews. I do like cashews. Yeah, good question. Thank you for asking. Cream cheese on pizza with salmon. Nom nom. Okay, all right. Mods, let's ban Chonky Labrador for that affront to God and Italy. Cream cheese on pizza with salmon? Get out of here. You make pizza dough from scratch? Yeah, I do. I go nuts. I make a poolish, which is like a dough starter with honey. Is basically what a poolish is. And I let that ferment in the fridge for 24 hours. And then I will use that to make pizza dough. And then I keep the pizza dough in the fridge for like 48 hours. And then I will make pizza with that. Will you share your recipe? I will. I will. I just got it off of YouTube. I found a bunch of pizza dough recipes and I experimented with them and I found the one that I like the best and I tweaked it ever so slightly. I just tweaked it for like my kitchen. Because I found that it was too wet, it was tearing, whatever. So I have to add more flour than what the recipe actually calls for. But yeah, I will. I will share that. My fiance made homemade mead. It was incredible. That does sound good. Learn how to make tiramisu at home. I'm in so much pain every time I buy it because it's not my tiramisu. That's how I feel about Alpha. That's how I feel about like Italian red sauce. Because like my wife's always like, "Oh, just save time. Let's just buy the jar." And I'm like, what do you are you do you even hear yourself? Do you even hear what you're saying right now? Because red sauce does not that take that much time to make. It takes like tops 20 minutes on the stovetop. It is so much better. Jonathan cooking videos when? Honestly, I would love to do that, Ryan Brew, but I'm not. I'm very slow. I'm very slow in the kitchen, and my knife skills are abysmal. And my knives are very dull. So like my skills are bad and they're not sharp. So it's just like it's not great. But also it's just like setting up the cameras and doing the whole thing. Like, no, I probably won't ever do that. Do a cinnamon and caramelized banana on pizza. No, Kitty, I won't be doing that. Meanwhile, me with my food processor and my homemade Nutella. That sounds great. I mean, what do you do? Is it just like is it just hazelnuts and cocoa powder? Is that it? I have to speculate that's like it, the recipe for Nutella. And you throw that thing in a food processor. You taught us how to make mayonnaise, didn't you? Or did you just describe it? I think I just described it. Mayonnaise is another one of those ones where like I won't buy it because it takes as long as you have an immersion blender, from wanting mayonnaise to eating homemade mayonnaise is like 3 minutes tops, and it tastes so much better than the jar. Again, I'm not a food snob. I'm not a snob. Like, I would never make my own ketchup, just buy ketchup. But, um, making mayonnaise at home is so fast and so easy if you have an immersion blender. Kewpie mayo is great. I don't know how it differs from regular mayo. I just know that it is good. Hazelnuts, cocoa powder, sweetener, and a little milk to thicken it at the end. Ridiculously easy. Okay, this is great. Great information, Winterlake. I'm gonna try making it at home. Okonomiyaki? I have not. I don't think. Anyway. Yeah, it was a good stretch, wasn't it? All right, everyone. I'm so sorry. This has been so much fun. I had a blast, but it's almost 12:30 here in Seattle, and I need to go eat some lunch and finish making a video. I was working on a video for you guys. So I'm gonna post a YouTube short soon. Give me like an hour and a half. Because I probably have like another 20 minutes of editing to do on it, and then it'll probably take me like an hour to make all the captions for it, because captions take me forever. And I want to eat something. So give me 2 hours. What time is it now? 12:30? Yeah, it'll probably be live by like 2:30. And we will be live on Twitch tomorrow. The schedule as it stands now might change a little bit because of the Husky grooming, but if it changes at all, I will let everyone know in the Siberian Derpscord, discord.gg/Siberian Derpskies. So we'll be live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Siberian Derpskies. Pretzel with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Ever thought of doing video short making stream? I have, but I do it all on my phone. It's a little bit more difficult than you might think. Than just yeah. It's a little bit more difficult than you might think. But I have thought about that. Any hoodles. You guys, thank you for everything. This was so fun. Thank you for hanging out. If I don't speak with you beforehand, have a great weekend. Happy Thursday, everyone. Unless you're on the other side of the international day line, then happy Friday. And yeah, take care. Bye for now. I appreciate you all.